Hello, welcome to 13 Universal Learning Beyond Barrier, and this is Infectious Diseases Series 5. Come, let's solve some questions, guys, as we prepare for your coming exam. Please, this is high focus target questions, right? So come. Now say, which control measures will reduce the transmission of tuberculosis? Tuberculosis, you can say tuberculosis. Tuberculosis. Alright, boiling of water before drinking it. Pause the video and try to solve question. Okay, so boiling water and trying to drink it doesn't work for tuberculosis. Okay, that's for cholera. Okay, so these two, we're focusing on these two. Alright, no. Antibiotics, yes. Vaccination, yes. Okay, so we go. So the answer is D. So comorbidity is where an individual has two or more diseases or medical conditions at the same time. Some medical conditions are particularly likely to result in comorbidity. In one example, initial infection with one pathogen can increase the risk of developing a second disease by a factor of 15 or more. The second disease is then the major cause of death of these people. What a pity. Alright, let's look at it. Which description could fit this example, guys? So pause the video and try to answer the question. Okay? Yeah. So it's a cholera infection followed by development of malaria. No, cholera has no link with malaria. Is that okay? Yeah, cholera infection followed by AIDS. No, they have no link. Of course, we know. HIV infection followed by development of TB. Yes, you know, TB is an opportunistic infection. HIV weakens the immune system. Opportunistic infections, they only occur when the immune system is impaired or weakened. Right. So this makes sense. All right. So the answer is Charlie. So let's go to the next question. Which conditions are infectious and result in a high white blood cells? Remember, are infectious and then result in a high white. So you have to pay attention. White blood cell count. Okay, let's see it. Which description could fit this example? Leukemia, myasthenia gravis, TB. Okay, pause the video and try. So which one works? Don't forget that, guys. Infection. The only infection here is TB. Okay, leukemia is cancer of white blood cell. Okay, myasthenia gravis is an autoimmune infection. Do you get it? So the answer is just D3. Yeah, in a country where malaria has successfully been eliminated, an outbreak of malaria can occur years later. Why? What could allow this later outbreak of malaria to occur? So the first one says mosquitoes become resistant to insecticide. Migration of people due to war, malaria, parasites become resistant. Okay, pause the video and try it. Which one will make malaria to resurge? Resurgence of malaria in a place where it's been eliminated. How come it shows up again? Because number one says mosquitoes become resistant to insecticide. Yeah, so that could cause it because mosquito is a vector. So it becomes resistant to insecticide, they can actually transmit it again, especially when people migrate. The migration of the population due to war, people with malaria carry malaria from endemic regions of the world, like Sub-Sahara carries malaria to another part of the world. Okay, yeah. Malaria parasites can become resistant. Yeah, so the three of them are correct. So let's run. Which rule about a person with leukemia only and about a person with measles only is correct? Measles and leukemia. So here we come. So look at this. Pause the video and check it out. 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 White blood cell count in a person with leukemia only. Of course, leukemia is cancer of the white blood cells, so the white blood cells will increase. So C and D works. Bone marrow function in a person with leukemia only, it will increase too, because there's increase in white blood cells, so the stem cells will be working. All right. very very um, busy, stem cells will in the bone marrow trying to make more of that. um, White blood cells. White blood cells count in a person with measles, yes, it will go up. Measles is caused by virus. Okay, so white blood cells like T killer will go up. So D is the answer to this question. All right. Disease transmission can be reduced in different ways. Okay. Antibiotic therapy for sufferers, vaccination for non-sufferers, more living space. Okay. The transmission of which disease can be reduced by all of these methods. Okay. Which method has to do with, of course, most antibiotics? Pause the video and try to solve it. Okay. Pause it and try to solve it. So most antibiotics, all right, work with this, all right, vaccination for non-suffer, yes, but which one specifically suit that? Which one deals with living space? Which one deals with airborne? Okay, droplets, infection, aerosols. Cause is not cholera, it's not malaria, has nothing to do with space. Measles and TB, most likely TB. Okay, yeah. So, what do pathogens of HIV, AIDS, and TB have in common? Right? What they have in common? So they're asking you what does virus, okay, eukaryotes and prokaryotes, all cells, what they have in common here? Viruses. Pause the video. I'll give you a clue. Okay. So this is connected to cell structure, right? So don't forget that viruses are cells that don't have membrane. Okay, so that it quickly eliminates this and this. Okay, now all of them have genes. Viruses don't have ribosomes. They don't make their proteins. They hijack the whole cell ribosomes. Okay, so D is the accurate answer there. All right, so let's go. Which role shows the correct methods of transmission of the named pathogen? Yeah, method of transmission, airborne droplets. Which one is airborne? Morbillivirus, of course. The measles can be airborne. Mycobacterium tuberculosis, airborne. No, Plasmodium not airborne. Vibrio is water. Plasmodium is true mosquito. All right, feeding on an uninfected person. Insect vectors. Yeah, it's not this. Yeah, sure. Plasmodium. Not this. So you know where our answer is. Vibrio is water. So the answer is B. Okay. Which disease is caused by eukaryotes? Pause the video. A eukaryote. Which one is caused by eukaryotes? Now, cholera is caused by bacterium. Bacterium is not eukaryote. Malaria is caused by prototis. Yes, that's eukaryote. Now, these two are caused by virus. Viruses are not eukaryote. So, malaria is caused by Plasmodium species and the eukaryote. That's why they have genetic complexity. All right. So the answer is malaria. Come on. What is the initial mechanism by which bacteria become resistant to antibiotics? Let's see how it plays. Okay. Pause the video. All right. Let's see what I still remember it. Okay. What is the initial mechanism? Of course, it is genetic mutation. It's a mutation that causes the allele for antibiotic resistance to appear. It introduces new allele mutation. Okay, is mutation. Okay, that's the initial mechanism, right? Then all this will now, they can now help to, all right, increase it, but initial is mutation. All right. Which disease is spread by a vector? Yeah, this is very simple, guys. All right, pause the video and try it. This is through blood, bodily fluids. This is through contaminated water and food. Okay, yeah, airborne contact. This is mosquito, female anopheles mosquito, which is a vector. So C is the answer. Which statement explains why a one-dose vaccination program for measles has not yet eliminated the disease? Why? Pause the video. Okay, Pause the video. It says many infants under the age of 8 months have passive immunity. I don't think there's a reason. So some children need several booster doses to develop. Yeah, they need a lot of booster doses. Yeah, this makes sense. The one dose measles vaccine has a success rate. No, it doesn't have that high success rate. The virus does not often change its antibodies. Okay, viruses don't make antibodies. What they have is antigen. Okay. All right. So this is wrong. The answer is B. Okay. So let's go to the next question quickly. Let's go to the next question. So, what has contributed to the increase in antibiotic resistance in bacteria? It has contributed to it. Increased use of vaccines for animal disease, mutations in bacterial DNA, patients not completing the antibiotics. Oh, see, wanted to check the options. All right, yeah, there's a problem with the slideshow. Okay, look at it. Now, the answer is says D. Okay, let's see why is D. Okay, increased use of vaccines for animal disease. Vaccine has nothing to do with antibiotics. Mutations in bacteria, yes. Patients not completing the antibiotics treatment, yes. Okay, so these two are the answers. Which statement correctly describes infectious diseases? So pick one of them. Which describes infectious diseases? One says, now pause the video and try it, okay? Pause the video and try it. They are diseases caused by environmental factors. No. They are diseases caused by fault in the DNA. No, they are not genetic disease. They are diseases caused by lack of. No, they are not malnutritional disease. Infectious diseases are diseases caused by a pathogen, okay, and they're also transmissible. All right, such as, so that's the answer. Let's not waste time, guys. D. Organisms X produces molecule Y, which blocks the activity of 70S ribosome. Let's see how it works. An experiment was carried out to investigate the effect of Y on bacterial cells. Different substances were added to each well, and the agar plate with bacteria was incubated for a week. The diagram shows the result after a week. So that's the diagram, guys. Okay, so what's the question? Okay, the question says, which conclusion can be made? Pause the video from this result. Pause the video, all right, and attempt it. Molecule Y functions as antibiotic. Yeah, functions as antibiotic. So this is correct. Molecule Y cannot be released from cells of organism X. There's no way to release what kills it. Okay, do you get? So that makes C the answer. Just no. Molecule Y would also affect the synthesis of protein from nuclear. Okay, nuclear, because if it affects 70S ribosome. Okay, in human beings we have mitochondria with 70S. So from nuclear, but they say molecule Y would also affect the synthesis of proteins from nuclear DNA in humans. Nuclear DNA in humans. They say that it blocks the activity of ribosomes. So how would it affect that? Okay? How would it affect that? Now, okay, let's get back. I said molecule Y cannot be released from cells. Yeah, this is short. Sorry, we made a mistake. So it should not be C. Okay, because it cannot be released. We didn't read it well. It cannot be released from cells of X, because it shouldn't affect nuclear DNA, because it what affects 70S is right doesn't affect the function of nuclear DNA. Do you get, guys? Do you get? So you see that the answer actually originally should be B, if you follow it. So it cannot be released from cells of organism X. Yeah. Okay. So it's an antibiotic, and it shouldn't affect nuclear DNA. All right. So that's B. A patient has had repeated infections from the same pathogen over a few months. The patient the patient has been treated with the same antibiotics on each occasion. So which treatment could prevent an increase in the antibiotic resistance of the pathogen? Which one could prevent an increase So pause the video and solve it. Okay, pause the video and try to solve it. Alright guys, let's see how it plays. Which treatment could prevent an increase in the antibiotic resistance? Which could prevent it? A narrow spectrum of antibiotics to treat a this non-cellular antivirus. You don't use antibiotics to treat viral infections. Okay. Now B says a repeat prescription for the same antibiotic at higher dose. No, because it's already resistant to it. A specific antibiotic after testing for the pathogen. Okay, yeah, this makes sense. But let's look at a wide spectrum antibiotics to treat different strains of the pathogens. Now, if you want to treat, use wide spectrum. Use a specific. You want to treat different strains, different types of antibody. Different types of infection. You use of course wide spectrum, but here you use narrow spectrum. Okay, so the answer is C. Do you get? So let's go to the next question. All right, yeah. So which statement is correct, guys? Let's see which statement is correct. Pause the video and try it. Say cholera is caused by the virus Vibrio. Pause the video and try it. Cholera is not caused by virus. That's a bacterium. B. Mosquitoes are not pathogens, they are vectors. Pathogens are causing microorganisms. Mosquitoes are not microorganisms. B. Mycobacterium bovis only causes TB in humans. No, we have Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Plasmodium vivax is an example of proctotist. Yeah, proctotist. Alright, this is a wrong spelling, but it's the answer. Okay? Yeah. Alright. Number 18 says the graph shows changes in the antibiotic resistance of a species of bacterium between 2000 and 2016. One country, samples of bacteria were collected every year from 48 hospitals. The bacteria were tested to see if they showed resistance to 5 different antibiotics. Okay, see there. So the question says, what can be concluded from the data in the graph? What can be concluded? Pause the video and try it. What can be concluded from the data in the graph? Okay, what can be concluded? Yeah. So now if you check, pause the video, there's an overuse of ciprofloxacin has caused antibiotic resistance to increase by more than 20% between 2000 and 2016. 2016, 2000, okay, by 2000 and let's see it. Okay, yeah. So overuse of ciprofloxacin has caused antibiotic resistance to increase by more than, yeah, we're looking at it. So you see at 20, so this is just like maybe around 5 or thereabout. So this is what is possible. Yeah, at 2016, this should be maybe okay, maybe like 30, 37 or thereabout. So between 10, 37, okay, or 5 there. So guys, so now that's like about 5 or thereabout, though it's not clear. 5 and maybe 37, that's like 32, right? If you convert it, okay, that's 37 minus 5, okay, all over 5 times 100. We're gonna do that, okay? So that's gonna be 32 32 times 20. Oh, that's too much, man. Okay, that's percentage of antibiotic resistant bacteria. All right, so they said overuse, but does this show overuse? You're just collecting them. Okay. Has caused antibiotic resistance to increase by more than 20% between this and that. Okay, it sounds makes sense, but let's check other ones. Percentage resistance to 3 of the antibiotics was what is it called? Percentage resistance, because it was at peak in 2015. Yeah, let's go to 2015 between this and this. So we check it. Yeah. So this is at peak here. Okay, this 1, 2, okay, 3. Now this makes more sense because it talks about what is on the graph, percentage of antibiotic resistance. Okay, this is talking about the use. Though it's correct, but it's not more suitable. Okay, but this is more suitable. Anyway, let's check others. Okay, so changes in treatment guidelines have caused resistance up. So it's not shown there. The percentage of resistant bacteria is higher in 2016 than 2000 for all antibiotics. For all antibiotics, 2016 is higher. Right? No, it's not the same for this, which is tetracycline. So that's wrong. So from the graph, this is B that makes more. Okay, from the data. Okay, this is more suitable for the answer. Okay, that's the answer B. Some responses made by cells of immune systems to a pathogen are listed. Okay, right. So which response are correct for B lymphocytes? B lymphocytes have both mammary cells and plasma cells. So of course they undergo mitosis, right? And of course they recognize the antigen. Yeah, during this they produce memory cells, they secrete antibodies. There's no option for 4 of them. Is there any option? No. So eliminate. Okay, since they mention immune response to pathogens are listed, which ones are most important? Mitosis is going to divide, it's going to bind and then divide. This is clonal. Binding is clonal, of course. Selection, mitosis is clonal expansion. So it's going to differentiate and produce plasma cells that secrete antibodies. So if you're going to choose between 3 and 4, 4 is more important than 3. Okay, so we'll choose A, because if it doesn't produce antibodies, there's no way and the pathogen will be destroyed. They are all correct. Okay, but we're looking at for most suitable. Okay, I look at the next one. The diagram shows some of the pathogens that causes disease in human and some of the ways they are transmitted. Okay, oh, this is showing us the answer first. Okay, what is the correct pathogen and method of transmission? So if we check A is bacterium, X is mosquito bite. No, there's no bacterium but mosquito bite. Okay, this doesn't work. B, 2, prototis. Okay, W, contaminated. No. Prototis is malaria, is not contaminated water. C, 2 prototis. X, mosquito bites. Yeah, malaria. Yeah. 3, virus. Okay, coughs and sneezes. Okay, yeah, well, that could work. Now this is for tuberculosis, it doesn't work for this, so that's why 2 is the answer. Is that okay? Some of the processes which result in the formation of a population of bacteria that are resistant to a new antibiotics are listed. Okay, so what is correct order of these processes? Pause the video and try it. Alright, what is the order? Of course, guys, don't forget that you are supposed to solve this question. Try by yourself. Try the question by yourself first. Okay? Try. So the first thing that happens is that there must be mutation. So for antibiotics to work, mutation must have occurred. So this is the first one. So number 4, which option is started by number 4? D. Don't waste your time. It's only one. So if you go again after mutation, the next is increase in genetic variation. Mutation causes 3. See, and then after that, change in reproductive success. The ones that have advantage allele increases. Okay, of course, that's 1, 2, increase in frequency. Okay, the ones that have the advantageous allele survives and reproduces, and then the allele increases. So D is the answer. When bacteria are grown in a petri dish containing discs with antibiotics, there will be zones of inhibition of bacterial growth. Alright, that's the zone of inhibition, guys. Let's see how you fry this chicken. The chart shows the size of the zones of inhibition when a species of bacteria was incubated on 5 different plates of agar, each containing a disc with a different antibiotics. Okay, now let's see what I want. Which conclusions can be made about the most and least effective antibiotics on this species of bacteria? So which one is the most effective, guys? Okay, pause the video and try it. Okay, remember bacteria does not grow here. So the wider this area, the zone of inhibition, the more effective. The one that has the widest is 3. So 3 is the most effective. The least effective is 2. So A is the answer. Let's not waste time. Okay. What is it? A. The most effective is 3. Yes. The least effective. Then this is saying C. 3 and 1. Where is 1? The least effective. No. This cannot be the least effective. Is that okay? So there's typo here. So it's A. Okay, A is the answer. Let me write it big. A. Yeah. A. Okay. What will reduce the rate at which bacteria become resistant? Okay. Now, what is the answer here, guys? So welcome, guys. Says what will reduce the rate at which bacteria become resistant to antibiotics? Okay. So questions are always coming from antibiotics. All right. Pause the video and try it. It says prescribing 2 antibiotics with different modes of action, correct? Yes, because the bacteria cannot be resistant to 2 of them. Okay, so it has an advantage. It will kill the bacteria because there's a less chance of bacteria being resistant to it because they have 2 different modes of action. Okay, so prescribing different antibiotics for the same bacteria. Yeah, the same thing, 2 different. So they have the different mode of action. Okay, different target sites. Finishing a prescribed course of yes. So all of them are correct. A. Penicillin is an antibiotic caused to treat infections, right? Used to treat infections caused by bacteria. Which event explain how bacteria become resistant to penicillin? Okay, which of them? All right. Which event? Right. How does it start? You see, antibiotics. This is the latest way they ask questions from antibiotic resistance. Okay. So the first one says the number of bacteria with the allele for resistance to penicillin increase. This is going to increase. Yes. Yeah. Resistance to penicillin is a result of mutation in the bacteria. Yes. Bacteria with allele for resistance to penicillin pass the allele to their daughter cells. Yeah. Okay. All right. 4 says the mutation for resistance to penicillin is always caused by the presence of penicillin. Okay, is not always. Okay. So I think B is the answer. All right. Yeah. Let's go, guys. The statement refers to the disease tuberculosis. Okay, you see the statement here. Which statement explains why antibiotic treatment for TB takes a long time. Antibiotics. Okay, so pause the video and try it. Why does it take a long time? 6 months, 4 months, 12 months. People are on the drug. That's terrible, man. Okay. Okay, let's look at it. The pathogen is not accessible to the immune system. So it has nothing to do with immune system. I'm talking about antibiotics, not immune system. Okay. The bacterial pathogen reproduces slowly. Yes, it's fastidious, and it's not sensitive to so 2 of them. Right. D is the answer. No time, guys. The average size of some pathogens are shown. You can see their sizes. One type of air filter has been shown to be effective at preventing any pathogen of 1 micrometers or larger from entering the air system of a room based on their size and mode of transmission. Which diseases would the air filter prevent from entering the air system of a room? Okay. Pause the video and try it. Let me see how you do it. Pause the video and try this. But guys, look at it. This is transmitted through human blood, so people will carry it and enter. Right? It's carried by human beings. Okay, that's HIV. But okay, this can be coughed. Yeah, this is airborne, so it can be prevented. Okay. Plasmodium, mosquito brings it in. Vibro water brings it in. So I think this is going to be the answer for this. Okay, so that's the answer. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. So we're going to be doing our last video, which is on immunity, and wish you the best of luck. So this is Shedro. Bye.